So welcome to our daily video. We begin, as we always begin, with two blessings. Our first blessing, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam haoneh b'eit tzara. Praise are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who answers us in our time of crisis. Hayom matayim shivim v'shisha yomim lehaseger. This is the 276th day in our isolation. And Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Praise are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who commands us to busy ourselves with the study of Torah. There is a classic difference in the Talmud, recorded in the Talmud, about an argument, one of many, between the school of Hillel and the school of Shammai, two great leaders in the early part of the Talmudic period. And the question they had was, how are we supposed to light our Chanukiah? How are we supposed to light the Hanukkah lights? And Shammai said, what you should do is start with 8 candles, and each night of Hanukkah take one away until the last night you have only 1 candle burning. And the reason they said this is because, after all, when the Maccabees captured the temple and they wanted to light the menorah, they put the oil into the menorah and they lit it, and it burned brightly the first day. And the second day was a little less, and the next day was a little less, and the next day was a little, and each day it got a little less, but it never went out. And that's the miracle of Hanukkah. That's how it. So therefore, when you light your Chanukiah, you light all the candles, and each day it gets a little less, a little less, a little smaller, but it never goes out. And that's the miracle of Hanukkah. Well, Hillel said, Shammai, that's correct. That's probably what happened. It probably did burn bright the first day and got smaller and smaller and smaller, but it never went out. He said, that's probably what happened. But you have to understand, Shammai, said the school of Hillel, you have to understand that first day they expected that light to burn. And the second day they were surprised it was still going. And the third day, they were amazed that it was still going. And each day, the miracle got bigger and bigger and bigger. And so therefore, we should light one light the first night. And every night, let the light get bigger and bigger and bigger, just like the miracle got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we know, we've been lighting candles all week, and we follow the rule of Hillel, that we increase the light on our Chanukiah as the miracle has increased each and every day of the holiday. We look to always increase light. We always look to push the darkness a little farther away. We want to bring more light to these very, very dark days of winter. We want to bring light to these very, very dark days in the world. Hillel also reminds us of our duty, in this world. Our duty in this world is to make the world brighter, make the world better, make the world more beautiful. We don't have to just sit in the dark because the nights are getting longer and longer. We don't have to sit in the dark. We can bring light by our words. We can bring light by our actions to other people who may feel like they're stuck in the dark. Darkness, of course, is so big. And the candles that we bring are very, very small. We're only small candles in the darkness. The world is big, and we're very, very small. It's hard to know how much of a difference we can actually make in this wide universe that needs so much work. And yet, a small candle in the darkness brings a very, very big light. And we can also use our light to kindle more lights, new lights. And one of the most interesting things about lighting new candles from our own candle is that as we spread that light, our own candle, the light of our own candle, is not diminished. We think we are giving away our light, but our light stays on, our light stays bright. And together with those new lights that we have kindled, they bring even more light into our world.